because it's very bulky, strong, leech seeds, sleep powder. It's a stall mega that's able to save off hits from much of the offensive meta game. Saving off fire and ice moves are also very nice. That's thanks to Thick Fat, which is very useful in grass poison type. So I guess it does struggle against fast psychic types like Kazam. But otherwise, I think it's a bulky grass type it should use. It even has recovery in the form of synthesis. Okay, next up, Charizard Y. It's a nuke. Charizard Y, special attack is higher than sun boosted 24 feet waves fire blaster overheats. Yeah, as well as one turn solar beams. And higher special bulk and roost. Its biggest downfall is Stealth Rock. But other than that, it's an insanely strong nuclear threat that can mow through everything that's not exist. Blissy's a decent check, but even Blissey doesn't want to eat too many sun boosted attacks. Charizard X. Do I think Charizard Y is better? Charizard X is a horrific threat. Dragon Dance boosted Tough Claw Square Blitz can mow through everything. When I mean everything, I mean everything. You can run Belly Drum and Swords Dance too, because it has a decent base 100 speed stat. So it can outrun a lot of the slower meta games. However, any game's a dragon typing too, so stab dragon moves. However, there are some issues with the new dragon typing. Yes, you take a lot less damage from Stealth Rock. That's one benefit. Oops, go back to 18. You also are now weak to ground types, something that used to be the type you were immune to. Now switching is definitely harder. But to be honest, once you have Charizard X and you get the Dragon Dance, I don't think you're trying to switch out anytime soon. So overall, I think it's a good Mega. Mega Blastoise, I'm shockingly putting this in A tier. Mainly because, say Mega Blastoise existed with Shell Smash, this would honestly, possibly might be a top threat. Otherwise, it's mostly a B or C tier. And because though it's bulky and strong, it has no sense of recovery whatsoever. And strong, fast, strong, offensive, grass and electric types can end it. Strong, you can easily two-hit it with strong neutral moves. And can wear it down quickly with hazards and poison and all that. Otherwise, not a big deal. Shell Smash, I think it could be an A tier, but currently it's honestly a B or C tier. C tier. Mega B tier. I almost want to put this in A, but I have some issues. Screw it, A tier. It's a literal death blast cannon. 150 attack, 145 speed, with insanely fast U-turns and poison jabs. Plus drill run for coverage. This thing's a horrific glass cannon. And the only things that's stopping it is strong priority. So like extreme speed, Scissor, bullet punch. So like extreme speed, bullet punch, aqua jet, you name it. Pretty upper beach Pokemon. No Guard Hurricane with a very high special attack and speed is very good. A buff that Pidgeot definitely needed. As well as having moves like Heat Wave as well. Overall, I see it as a pretty good normal flying type. Stealth Rock, problems is Stealth Rock. As well as normal type being a complete waste of a secondary type. Since it basically does nothing for it. And it loses a fighting resist, which kind of sucks. As well as, although Heat Wave's a good coverage move, and there is mons that can fight you. Rock types are still a problem. Next up, I got Kazam. It's a literal glass cannon of a psychic type. But unlike Drill, it actually has a bit more bulk, making it last longer in a battle. Overall, it's insanely good. Mega Slowbro. Honestly, this might be shock, but I think it's top of A tier. Mainly because of its huge bulk. Iron Defense and Calm Mind is a pretty good combination. In fact, Calm Mind Sleeping is like the main thing this thing can do. Due to the fact that Shell Armor. No kind of losing return sucks. Shell Armor is very good because now I can just Calm Mind Sleep and Acid Armor and never worry about crit. It has recovery and slack off too. It has nothing to fear of whatsoever. Do not miss Mega Slowbro. It's even so good that it's even featured in those Uber Stall teams that were prevalent in Gen 7. As well as the fighting RUBO, it's had UU and OU usage as well. The big downside with Slowbro, like I said, I lost it earlier, but also its special bulk. Still not bad. Didn't get bumped up at all when Mega Evolving. Special attacking grass and electric, dark, and ghost types can mow through it. So like Hydreigon, Superior, your Gengar, your coverage from Charizard Solar Beam. But other than that, it's an excellent Mega that you should use. Mega Gengar is just broken. In S tier. Like, Mega Gengar has Shadow Tag, which got it banned to Ubers. The crazy part about Mega Gengar is actually good in Ubers. To being able to trap Xerneas is always going to be a valuable niche. Plus doing hefty damage to Necrozma Dusk main as well, which is very nice. 130 speed is excellent for the tier. As well, outrunning pretty much almost all of it. Can outrun Ultra Necrozma. It can be a good check to that. And it's a Shadow Tagger. I mean, it traps almost everything. And the only thing in the Shadow Tag is Ghost types. And a Shed Shell. That's such a waste of a slot. Mega King is gone. Despite the practical nerf, it's still very much broken. Like multi-hit stabs are broken, with good bulk and speed. And as well as pretty high attack. Overall, it's quite good, to say the least. The definite buff that desperately needed in Gen 6. Also the farm VTC, but we'll talk more about that in a different video. Mega Tensor is next. Mega Tensor is good. Despite the aerial lightning, I still think it's excellent. So, which is very strong with double edges. Yes, now it's 4 times weak to Stealth Rock. That's an issue. As well as having like electric weakness and ice weakness and all that. But it's a horrific glass cannon with really high attack and a good speed stat. Being able to outrun these one times is pretty good. Actually, I think slower than one time. That's like very fast regardless. weaknesses. And Gyarados is A tier, solid. Though it doesn't necessarily need a Mega to be good. The Mega is good. It's extremely bulky, very high tech, and still keeps its decent 81 speed. And it could be a scary Dragon Dance sweeper when it can. As well as Ice Fang, Crunch, and Taunt. It has some good moves. And you can start Intimidate in base form. Or if you want to, you could try Moxie, cheese out a couple kills. And then Mega Evolve. Then Dragon Dance, and then end the game right there. You could do that too. Again, Mega Gyarados is essentially like a worse Mega Salamence. But Mega Salamence, we'll get to him later. But even then, a worse Mega Salamence is still an excellent Pokemon. Aerodactyl. It's above Beedrill. It's a glass cannon. It's like Mega Beedrill that's a glass cannon, except it's faster than Beedrill. And actually has decent bulk as well. You can actually save off a hit and do massive damage with Tough Claws boosted Crunch, Elemental Fangs, and Pursuits when that was in the game. That's Rock Slide and Stone Edge as well, and Wing Attack for stab. Overall, a good cleaner. Overall, it's a good cleaner on offense. I guess it does have that Stealth Rock weakness. Yeah, so I can set up the rocks too. So it's not really complaining too much. Mega Mewtwo 2X. It's a Mega Mewtwo, so it's an obvious S tier. However, I don't think it's as good as Mega Gengar. Only due to the fact that it can sometimes lose to it. And also it does lose to Xerneas. It's a fighting being Psychic type. With low kick to hit all the heavy V-Uber Pokemon like Dialga. It had Mental Punches, Zen Headbutt, Poison Jab, Iron Head. Has a lot of coverage. Or has it just been... And its 130 speed's excellent. As well as a 190 attack. The highest attack in the game. And without a doubt. Packing decent bulk too. Like I said, it does lose to Xerneas and many fairy types. As well as things like Skarmory and Celesteela being able to set hazards in front of them. That's annoying. Overall, it's a Mega Mewtwo X. I'm not sure what you were expecting. Here's an unexpected part. Mega Mewtwo Y is C tier because normal Mewtwo is a lot stronger. The only reason why you would use it is because of its higher special defense and speed. Oh yeah, it actually loses 10 points in defense when Mega Evolving. Just use normal Mewtwo personally. Mega Ampharos, C tier. Though its low speed can be useful for Trick Room. 1, it's harder to pull off Trick Room in singles. 2, its new Dragon typing, though cool, does make it so it's weak to Ice, Dragon, and Fairy. And also, it's very slow. So even with like an agility boost, fast Scarfers can outspeed it. It is just way too slow. It has a very high special attack, 165, which is massive. Mega Steelix is B tier. Though yes, it does fixes his lack of its low special defense is also another problem it has. as it crumbles to very strong special attackers quite easily. However, physical tanking wise, it does very good. It can save off very strong physical hits from many Pokemon. The problem is it has no reliable recovery, and physical attackers like and even then physical attackers like Infernape can just sword stance up in close combat, and that can mow through it. And even then, it's an Infernape. It's gonna run flamethrower sometimes or overheat. Overall, there's better Steel-type Megas than Steelix. And I guess it does have near guaranteed Stealth Rock. But that's it, bro. Though guaranteed Stealth Rock is nice, there's better options for that don't require the Mega Stone. Mega Scissor is a top of A tier. It keeps Technician and is packing a lot more bulk. It's an insanely strong Bug Steel type that can mow through everything. Really the only thing stopping it is like fire types, like Charizard or Heatran. But one Heatran can die to Superpower, so has to be careful of that. And Charizards are weak to Stealth Rock. I mean, they can get worn down quickly. Otherwise, Scissor is a very top tier Bug Steel type that you must be careful for. Swords Dance, Roost, even Defog for utility is very useful. We have Mega Heracross. Despite losing 10 points in speed, it's an alright Mega. Yeah, like the second highest attack in the game plus skill link means it can use things like Arm Thrust, Pin Missile, and Rock Blast as moves. Being able to mow through everything with its multi-hits, ignoring the focus sashes, is also very useful. The only downside with Mega Heracross is flying types. Is fast flying types like Swallow, which mind you is a lower tier Pokemon's So pretty much any fast flying type just beats it straight up. Well, though it has higher bulk, it's not that bulky. Things like Charizard Y can just punch through it. But even then, it is horrible. But even then, nothing switches into it. Not even bulkier Megas like Mega Venusaur or Scissor would not like to switch into a close combat Arm Thrust or Rock Blast. And oh my god, I am tired of these stupid technical errors. But it does reload, thankfully. Thank god. Mega Houndoom. It's faster and has a very high special attack and is benefited by solar power. Except, honestly, if you want a solar power Pokemon, I swear to god, I think normal Charizard is better because it doesn't take up the Mega slot and can run Choice Scarf to outrun things. Not sure why they gave it solar power. That's such a waste of a potentially good ability. Damn it. It has a lot of potential. It's a fast, dark fire type. But it's hard on the special side. Mega T-Tar is not that good. It really only has one advantage over normal T-Tar, and that's Dragon Dance. Which, though, yes, it's the bulkiest Dragon Dancer in the game, it could not outrun base 135s. Which can suck sometimes. I think which one is it can out, and also in modern generations, if it was still around, Dragapult can outrun it. And, however, it's super bulky. Actually, I think C tier is a bit harsh. B tier Mega. I think Mega T-Tar is alright. I like it. It's just normal T-Tar is just much better. Mega Sceptile is a C tier. It's a grass dragon type, which is awful because now any ice shorter can beat it. It also has good speed, meaning it can be potential. I mean, it can outrun and kill a lot of things. But the problem is, it's frail. And remember, ice shorters like Weavile, Mammothswine. And hell, even Mammothswine's pre-evolution Pillow-Swine can beat it. So, yeah, overall, not good. Mega Blaziken. Just use normal Blaziken. It's the same thing, except worse than normal Blaziken with the Life Orb. Okay, next Pokemon. Swampert. Mega Swampert is pretty good. Because rain teams were really good in Gen 7. I put above Charizard X, but not Charizard Y. Because Charizard Y can set up the sun in its face and ruin its potential rain sweep. It has very high bulk. It has good coverage like Rock Slide, Ice Punch, Superpower. Or it can boost up with bulk up. Go and it can mow through. And even without rain, it's still a naturally good threat. Overall, Mega Swampert, I think, is a good water-type Mega. He was slow with following the power creep once Gen 5 came around, so the Mega was definitely most needed. Mega Gardevoir is a literal wall breaker. It can mow through bulky stall teams, no problem. Chansey, Psyshock. Ferrothorn, it can mow through with moves. The only thing that's actually, Ferrothorn can check it quite well. Until recently, where I think it gained Mystical Fire. So if Mega Gardevoir was around, I don't think Ferrothorn is safe no more. Overall, Mega Gardevoir, I think, is a good Mega. Good, a massive threat, base 100. Massive special. Oh yeah, Pixelate boosted moves are horrifying. Like Hyper Voice is terrifying. Horrifying and should not be messed with. Mega Sableye is S tier. This thing was very broken in Gen 6. Mainly due to Magic Bounce. And was very overpowered for stall teams. Because it could just reflect hazards, Will-O-Wisp, Toxics, all that. Meaning that Mega Sableye is very hard to wear down. It only has one weakness, Fairy types, which even then, there's plenty of Steel types, like Mega Scissor, Ferrothorn, Mega Metagross. There was Poison types like Mega Venusaur. There was plenty of options to deal with them at the time. So, well, overall, and oh yeah, even in Gen 7, it was quite good on stall teams. Though, yes, kind of overlooked sometimes. It's terrifying. Huge bulk, recover, status of its own. And even its normal form has Prankster. I mean, you can try using like a Prankster Will-O-Wisp or whatever taunt to prevent setup, and then you can Mega Evolve. Then you can Mega Evolve and start being irritating. Okay, Mega Mawile is the counterpart of Sableye. Mega Mawile's power was crazy. Again, it was banned from Gen 6 due to base 100 attack, huge power. Actually, I think it has 105 attack. Not 100. With Intimidate as base form. And it just mowed through everything. That's Sword Stance, and its Sucker Punches were very strong. Well, I think it could one-hit Garchomp with the Sucker Punch. Garchomp. That's a non-stab dark move. That's 80 base power. Can one-shot a Garchomp. That's quite bulky. And if you do that, that means if you're weak to Mega Mawile, you're just dead, essentially. Actually, it also has elemental punches as well for coverage, as well as crunch. But honestly, you're running Sucker Punch. Even with the Sucker Punch nerf, it's still good. And even in Gen 7, it's still a top tier threat. To the point where some people use a Powdon just to kill it. That was Yu at the time in Gen 7. Mega Aggron. Mega Aggron, I would put it B tier if this was only Gen 6. But in Gen 7, it actually gotten better. Actually started getting more OU usage. Due to its huge bulk and filter during high attack. And it also loses its rock typing, which is definitely much needed, because rock steel is a terrible typing. Only issue is that there's no reliable recovery. Actually, I don't think Mega Aggron should be A tier. I think B tier is fair. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, next up, you have Mega Camerupt. I'm gonna do Machamp later. Mega Camerupt. If this was Gen 6, yet again, I'll probably drop it to C tier. But in Gen 7, then Camerupt had a tiny niche as a Pokemon that can destroy Magearna, as well as doing good against things like Heatran. And also, Mega Camerupt's impossible to switch into. The problem with Camerupt is that it's extremely slow. Like, very slow, which isn't a big deal. It has bulk. But the problem is, again, no recovery. And sheer force is no recovery, so you can wear it down with hazards and toxic. Like, and such. But that goes for almost all Pokemon when they're bulky. With no recovery. But anyway, it also had sheer force, making things like Fire Blast and Earth Powers very much stronger, which is another reason why it was impossible to switch into without prediction. Its power was just extremely high, and that alone I think gives it a high B tier. Mega Megacham is horrifically strong, though not quite overbearing. It's terrifying. Like, when Mega Manicham comes out, you're kind of forced to sack a Pokemon. It has Fake Out for free damage, which are very strong, mind you. Thanks to huge pure power boosted base 100. And unlike things like Mega Mawile or Azumarill, Mega Mancham's actually base 100. It's fast. It'll outrun you. Also has elemental punches and then headbutt. As other options. And nothing can switch into it. But you have to sack something, like I said. The problem with Medicham is its frailty. Though it got some defense boost in its Mega form, it's still extremely frail. Meaning things like Strong Priority can destroy it. Which is kind of the reason why it's not quite ban-worthy. And not quite an S tier yet. Yeah, we still have a lot to go over. Okay, let's get some things out of the way. Mega Audino is trash. I think everyone knew that. And Mega Garchomp's also bad. And I think... So I got some obvious ones out of the way. Mega Banette was pretty bad. Like, Mega Banette did not fix the problem it had, and that was slow and frail. Though it's slow and frail, it does have some things it could do, like Prankster Destiny Bond. It has a higher 165 attack stat. But first of all, with Prankster Destiny Bond, a move where you have to kill yourself just to make work, is a piece of crap and is a complete waste of a Mega. Overall, a complete waste of a Mega. And I accidentally swapped some tiers around. Okay, there, I fixed it. Mega Manectric is pretty good. Though it failed a UU. Though it failed a UU, it was quite good in Gen 6. Because it was a very fast electric type with Intimidate and Volt Switch. So, and also it was good in doubles, but that's not a factor in this video. But in singles, actually, no, it's not better. Yeah, it is. Overall, I think it was a good electric Mega. Intimidate gave it some defensive utility, high special attack, and also it can outrun Mega Tyranitar +1. Meaning that, like, at a low HP Tyranitar, it can kill it. Mega Sharpedo is a solid high B tier. It has strong jaw, which makes bang moves quite strong. It has speed boost in its base form. And you can speed up with Protect, and then Mega Evolve, and then Moses everything. I think it's a perfectly balanced good Mega. No overbearing, no even. It's just, I think, a good Mega. It's not excellent, but nowhere near close to bad. Mega Altaria. The Mega Altaria is right here. It was a long considered for Ubers and early X. But once Aura came around with things like Mega Metagross, it did sort of fall off. To the point where I can drop the Gen 6 was far too strong for the tier. Then got enough use to race back to Open. And then Gen 7 and 3, where there was a top threat. Not due to its offensive capabilities, but more so defensive talents being able to save off threats. It has very good Bolt, sort of like a Rotom Watch, but a Dragon Fairy type with a better stat. Anyways, it has Pixelate, which as discovered from Mega Gardevoir is a very broken ability. And it's Dragon Dance. And it's a dragon type that's immune to dragon, not weak to it. However, the fairy type does mean it's now weak to things like Steel and Poison. That's just a minor annoyance. And also, it's a fairy type that's weak to its own type, which is annoying. And overall, Altaria is a good Mega. That is good. Its defense, yeah, it's hard countered by things like Scissor and Mega Scissor. Or bulky poison types beat it. But overall, Mega Altaria is excellent. Mega Absol is almost good. There's a lot of potential. The problem is its frailty. And Pure Dark is not a good typing. So yes, it's 150, 115 attacking stat speed. And as well as a buff knockoff and good coverage. Moonwalk Syndrome, which things like Mega Metagross have, but isn't as much of a big deal for it as it is for Absol. Also, like I said, extremely frail. And though 115 is fast, it's not that fast. It's outran by most skulkers in the game. Outrun by things like Mega Beedrill. And though its attacking stats are massive, things like Heracross can take it quite well and just kill it. Mega Kazam can just focus blast KO it. Mega T4 can easily save it off, no problem. As long as I'm not running like super power. Overall, just kind of missed the potential. It's almost good, but not quite good. It's too strong for RU. It's not bad. Mega Galele. It's bad, but has some fun gimmicks like Refrigerate Explosion, which is basically the closest thing you're getting to old gen Explosion in a modern Pokemon game. That's Ice type. But again, just like with Mega Sableye, killing yourself in order to be good doesn't make you a good Pokemon. But at least with Mega Galele, it actually has good speed and doesn't rely on that gimmick to be good. But it has Refrigerate, double edges, and all that. And also, it's weak to strong priority. It's strong, but not that strong. And both defense can save it off pretty easily. Okay, Mega Salmon is probably like the top 2 or top 3 Megas on this list. Mega Salmon is just insanely good. They're probably like the second best Pokemon in Eagles, right behind Primal Groudon. It's extremely bulky. Very fast with Dragon Dance. Area White double edges. Even special attacking. Even Hyper is more special attacking option. It can be majority in the metagame. I mean, okay checks to Gengar, thanks to being able to save off a hit. It has Roost to stick around. Immunities to ground, which is nice. Man, you can actually switch into Primal Groudon and actually damage it hard with Earthquake. And yes, Mega Salamence. With the 145 attack stat, same as Mega Metagross. So I was having similarly high defense, but that's 130 defense is huge. You can take 3 physical hits quite easily, and with no investment. Mega Metagross and another broken Mega. It was actually OU in Gen 6 due to the speed, how speed and Megas work. It didn't have its good 110 speed until the next turn. And it has 4 Moonwalk Syndrome. But other than that, and no reliable recovery. Other than that, that's all its problem. Everything else about Mega Metagross is the same. Tough Claws boosted Meteor moves, as well as many of its coverage moves, as well as having priority, unlike Mega Salamence, is a big advantage. And Drink can pick off low speed Pokemon. Its features are good. Its physical bulk is massive with the 150 defense stat. As well as having a okay special defense stat too. I mean, you can save off a lot of hits quite easily. And also, sometimes it could just mow through checks like Tangrowth if it just simply gets an attack boost with the Meteor Mash. And also, it can save off Mega Mawile decently. It has many coverage options. Earthquake, Rock Slide, Hammer Arm, Ice or Thunder Punch. Or Thunder Punch. Your name also has agility, so you can just outrun the entire game and win. Also has Horn Claws too. You want to boost its attack. Also, it fixes its accuracy problem with Meteor Mash and Zen Headbutt. And a few of its coverage. Overall, Mega Gross is insane. Though it may not be good in Gen 7 Ubers, still watch out for it. I'm gonna tell which one's which. I'm assuming this one's Latios. Mega Latios is a good Mega. Though, yeah, it doesn't really need the Mega. It's quite good. Even with it. So is Latios. Only difference is that, actually, Mega Latios isn't really that good. It doesn't necessarily need the Mega. Or Mega Latios is excellent. Because it takes its massive bulk and make it even higher. And, Little Latios, his attacking stats grow higher as well. Its speed stat remains the same for both forms. They're both 110, which is great, but a speed boost would have been nice. Life Orb Latios, I'm pretty sure is stronger. I'll just use that. Latios' bulk is also quite massive. Getting quite a lot of hits. I think Mega Latios is a good Mega you should watch out for. Roost, Toxic, and even fucking more defensive. This Pokemon, it has things like Psychic, Draco Meteors, and coverage like Ice Beam. Okay, Mega Rayquaza is an obvious S tier. I think Mega Rayquaza is quite infamous for, being OP. I don't think I have to say anything about this one. Mega Lopunny is an excellent Mega. Without a doubt. Right up there in this tier. Your Scrappy makes it so it's impossible to switch into its normal fighting stab combinations, while having a really high 135 speed. Which is why Mega Tyranitar Dragon Dance set isn't as good, because it's still outrun by Mega Lopunny, which can destroy with a high jump kick. And oh yes, because of Scrappy, now it can hit ghost types like Mega Sableye. In fact, there was one of few checks to Mega Sableye, or actually more so counter. But even then, Mega Lopunny does have a couple issues. One, it's weak to priority like Mach Punch, so like Conkeldurr, or it could beat it, which is annoying. And I'm not sure why I keep doing that on accident. Mobile tier was annoying. Overall, Mega Lopunny is an excellent Mega you should watch out for. Strong returns, which are also scary. Oh, it's good coverage. Mega Lucario. Yo. It's a good Uber threat. You can check Xerneas as well. Oh yeah, Mega Magros did the same. Forgot to mention that. So is Mega Mawile. It was a good check to Xerneas, Iron Tail or Bullet Punch. Which, I mean, now thinking about it, I think Scissor should be S tier. Because it's probably a better check than Xerneas compared to all the others. And mainly due to the fact it doesn't really care about its coverage which is much, even Geomancy boosted. And unlike the other Xerneas checks, Scissor doesn't necessarily have to remain healthy to beat it. So I'm gonna move him out to S. Anyways, Mega Lucario. It is disgustingly broken. Adaptability, close combats, that's flash cannons, iron tails, and bullet punches. mowed through everything. Even got buffed in 7 with Meteor Mash. Let's give it another physical option that's more accurate. The only thing it really does struggle against things like Polo and Lugia though. With the Lugia resisting buff combination. Yeah, it can have Rock Slide, but that's rare. And also Lugia just internally walled it forever. Well, unless running Earthquake, Primal Groudon can get in its way quite easily. Also, Primal Groudon, and actually not Earthquake. Actually, Close Combat does more damage, my bad. And it can actually, wreck through Primal. Actually, wait, I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry, my bad. Primal Groudon, high defense means it can check it quite easily. Kyogre had to watch out, though. It can mow through Kyogre easily. And though it could beat Xerneas, yes, cannot switch in whatsoever. It will die. And it's also quite frail. Oh, and gets destroyed by Mach Punch, like things like Conkeldurr. Mega Bomb is now definitely much better in doubles, but this ain't doubles tier list, so it's staying in C tier. So its Mega is not that good. It only has buffed its stats. The issue is that it's still weak to Stealth Rock, and any fire move obliterated it. No Miss Blizzard is nice, but that's really all it's offering. Alright, final 2 Pokemon. Mega Gallade. Decent Mega. It's a decent Mega. I give it decent Mega. Quite good. It's a Glass Cannon. 110 speed is quite good. Good. Weak to... It's low defenses. Its low physical bulk does lead it vulnerable to physical attackers as well as Bullet Punch. 165 attack is massive. Its close combats are viciously strong. As well as things like Psycho Cut and Zen Headbutt. And Elemental Punches. And also has Shadow Sneak as its own priority. Meaning Ghost types are not really the safest answer. Meaning Mega Gengar cannot really trap it that easily. Also, Stealth Rock resistance is nice. This goes for all the resistance to Stealth Rock Pokemon like Swampert. Then Mega Diancie. Still a Mega. A pretty solid Rock Fairy type Mega. It has Magic Bounce. Very good offensive stats. Has very good expensive stats, Magic Bounce to block hazards, and status. The name problem is that it's quad weakness to steel. Meaning, like I've said 1,000 times in this video, Bullet Punch from Scissor or Medicham. Cham can wreck his... Even normal Metagross can beat it. As well as having common weaknesses to water and grass. And Keldeo can check it. Quite easily. I guess if there's one more thing to change, again, with Shell Smash, I think he might be a B tier. Tier about here is fair. Anyways, I think this is the tier list right here. I ranked everything. Some were obvious, some were less obvious. And remember, this is single battles, not doubles. Doubles, everything's different. Well, most things are different. Okay, spoiler alert. I think Mega Salamence and Mega Rayquaza are still top tiers. So is Mega Gengar. Anyways, goodbye. Hopefully you enjoyed my tier list.